We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam. Chapter is Bhakti-yoga. This is Canto 11, Part 2, Chapter 29. We had done till verse 27 till yesterday. So, the recap is this. Those who are supposed to do the work which comes to them naturally, you have to do the work without any kind of obstacle or cribbing or throwing up tantrums or whatever. A devotee, normal people will do the work by cribbing about it, by blaming someone or by praising their own self. If they are doing some work, they normally like to praise their own self. I did it. So what is Krishna saying? For a devotee, that means the one who is lost in Krishna, such a kind of a person should do the work selflessly, without any qualms. He should do it perfectly. That means put all efforts in that work and should always be interested in it. So when you do that kind of a work, what happens? You reach the divine. This was the basic idea. And then when we were concluding, we were talking about passing on the knowledge to people. The same knowledge can be passed on to others. Now, did you see that it was a very simple knowledge that we were talking about? But unfortunately, nobody understands this. Okay, even if it is a saint or a sage or even the demigods, they don't understand this as a knowledge. Because this is called the universal truth. And this truth is not understood so easily. So what happens? Individuals normally put their mind in place. And then everything goes for a toss. Everything becomes karmic in nature. Now, can this knowledge be passed on to people? Of course, it can be passed on to everybody. In this previous verse, he says, liberally disseminating the knowledge. Among whom? Those who are the lovers of the divine. Among the devotees. See, this is a very simple answer. Among the devotees. Because today we are going to see something completely different. So this is what we had done till yesterday. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Part 2, Chapter 29, verse 28 onwards of the chapter Bhakti-yoga. It's a discourse between Sri Krishna and Uddhava. Anyone who regularly listens to this knowledge with faith and attention. Faith, 100% belief in it, okay? You cannot have, okay, I will listen to you a little bit and then I will use my mind. No, 100% faith and attention. All the while, engaging in my pure devotional service will never become bound by the reaction of material work. So, anyone who regularly listens to this knowledge with faith and attention, all the while engaging in my pure devotional service, will never become bound by the reactions of material work. So, this is a verse which talks about, first, you need to have faith. And it has to be absolute faith. They cannot be 99%, I believe in you, and 1%, I think I still have my doubts. No. See, understand one thing. If I give you a glass of pure water, and then I put one tiny grain of potassium cyanide in it, you will drink that glass? Nobody will want to drink that glass. I will say, no, this poison is not going to kill you. It's pure, see, 99.9999% pure. You will still not do that. You got the point? You want purity. So belief and faith has to be 100%. And how is this? There can be no exceptions to the rule. Can you understand? No exceptions in the rule. There is nothing like, okay, can I make just one tiny exception? No exceptions. Your faith has to be 100%. And attention. Okay, we were talking about attention span of human beings. Attention span of human beings is very short. they only listen for maybe a few seconds. After that, their attention goes like that. Suppose I have to tell you something about, the World Cup. Okay, the football that's going on just now. Okay, who is beaten whom? Croatia threw out Russia. Oh my God! Now you are a Russian. It's all cheating, it's all cheating. Why? Because you are a Russian. So now India is playing cricket with some other country and India is losing. It is supposed to be a real match. Okay, please, not a fixed one. If it is a real match and India is losing, no. That umpire must be thrown out. Okay? And that bowler, he is using a wrong ball. Wow, you are going to give so many reasons. And what happens to them? That individual. Have you ever been on a losing end anytime? When you are losing a match, or even that tug of war, tug of war is sometimes you get pulled on the other side. Do you know, you're trying, but your enthusiasm has been slashed down by 50% because you are losing. And when you are winning, you want to put double the effort. You see the whole point of it? Human beings are exactly like that. Our attention span, if it is taken up by an object. Now let us say, okay, while I am doing this satsang, a fly comes and sits ting on my nose. You think your attention is going to be there in what I am speaking? No, you are going to be saying, Guruji, you got a fly on your nose, see? So the problem is, attention will go immediately. It goes like something like that. And nobody knows, nobody understands this. You have to be attentive. Focus has to be complete. They cannot be, I'm feeling a little drowsy, you see, I'm feeling very sleepy. Why? Boring lecture, same thing he's been telling. Oh no, attention has to be 100%. So in the same way, Krishna is saying, you need to have faith and attention. Okay? And when you are having that, you are engaged in my pure devotional service. I mean, just imagine, with the hands and the legs and the mouth and your eyes and your ears and every part of your body is directed towards devotional service only. You know how devotional service can be single pointed? It happens. And how does it happen? Imagine you have lost something very big in this world. And then you are standing in front of, an image of God. Do you know your every energy is directed towards Him? Everything. Please God, I want you to give me this. Oh my God. I mean, all your eyes, your hands are like this. Oh, please. You see that? Exactly. Your whole body is directed towards that. You see people in temples and churches and all those other places, you know how they are? Somebody who has lost something, somebody who needs something, they are focused. But that is motivated. Remember yesterday I told you it should not be a motivated action. No, not because you want something. No, you should never go and ask God for His grace because you want something. Never do that. You have to go there only because you want Him. Okay, only Him, not something else. Will never become bound by the reactions of material work. So if you are focused with attention and the knowledge that is coming to you, you are having 100% faith, you are engaged in the devotional service at such a point in time, you will be freed from reactions of material work. Means what? You will be performing nishkam karma. The karma that happens is non-fruitive type. It doesn't lead us to any further karmas. Got it? No reaction. That means I do something, I get something back. Isn't it? Nothing like that happens over here. You are not going to get a rebound, something coming back to you. It's not going to come back to you. It's not going away. Because who is absorbing it? Krishna. Those who do recording, recording studios and all, if somebody has visited recording studios, in a recording studio, they have the walls which absorb, no noise from outside should come in the first place, right? And inside noise also has to be dampened. Dampened means it should not, just imagine there is an AC whirring like that, and that gets carried away in the sound. So dampening of sound has to be done. So absorption. So the walls absorb. They keep on taking it. When all that is happening, then the person who is singing or recording whatever they are doing, that is clear and clean, isn't it? So single pointedly. Now, I was telling you that sound need not be reflected back. That is dampening, isn't it? It's absorbing. Just like your tires of the cars, they have shock absorbers. You are going over a pothole, dum, like that, And imagine, there are no shock absorbers. You are going to go like this, up and down. Then what happens? Oh, you will hit the ceiling also, no? So that should not happen. There are shock absorbers. So here Krishna is talking about something like that. Whatever karma that you do, I am the shock absorber. I am the dampener. I am the one who takes it. So don't worry about it. All your karma, I am going to drink it. So nothing will go wrong with you. So this is what he is saying. So he says, my dear friend Uddhava, have you now completely understood this transcendental knowledge? Are the confusions and lamentations that arose in your mind now dispelled? What do you think is the answer of Uddhava? I mean, just think you are Uddhava. Yeah? Even at the end of the whole story, you will still say, whom were you talking about? Okay, so the whole story is like this. This is a story between Uddhava and Krishna. And finally, in the end, Krishna is asking Uddhava, did you understand whatever I said? Uddhava said, okay, I think. What do you mean by okay, I think? You understood or not understood? You see, we always do this, isn't it? We always have this at the end of it. Somebody asks us, did you understand? Yeah, I think so. What do you mean you think so? Yes or no? The answer is very clear cut. Yes, no. There is no maybe in between, okay? Maybe means half understood, half not understood. No. Understood, not understood. It's one way or the other. The arrow is fired, it's going to go. You cannot have, no, let me just catch it somewhere in the middle and I have to point it, I make it pointed. No, you can't do that. It's already gone. So, all this. Did all your confusion? Mind is confused, isn't it? Always confused. And lamentations. What is going to happen? That kind of voice we have. Oh, don't tell me, please, what's going to happen? If I do this, what happens? Every time when something happens in our world, we always think like this. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What is going to What is going to happen? It's either this way or that way. You see, there are no in-betweens. Why? This knowledge is important. It's a single one line answer. Do your duty. Beyond that, nothing else. Or very simply, do it. Isn't it? I mean, what else is we asking for? Just do it. That's it. And nothing beyond. And don't have any ulterior motives while doing it. Okay, this is the basic criteria. Your lamentations are finished. All the doubts which came in your mind, are they gone? So, now Krishna is saying this, and maybe, Uddhava says, just nodding his head. Do you know there is a very funny thing in India? we normally say yes this way and no this way. I mean, it's a very simple yes or no. But in India, how people... What is this yes or no? See, this is the funny part. Whether the person is saying yes or no or maybe, what is it? Nobody understands. So, so I think Uddhava must have done like this. And Krishna must have said, okay, chalo, you must have understood. Okay, now you understood, no? You should not share this instruction with anyone who is hypocritical, atheistic or dishonest, or with anyone who will not listen faithfully, who is not a devotee and who is simply not humble. So many criteria. Now tell me something. I mean, this is something which you should also understand. Hypocritical, some are hypocrites. Everybody is not hypocritical. Some people are hypocritical. They are sitting over there because I know this, okay? Oh yeah, you know this. By the way, the whole world knows this. Do your duty is known by everybody. So what is the big deal? Okay? I do it. All my life I have been doing. What is new you are teaching? There is a book called The Secret or something like that. Okay? And the whole world, oh my God, that Rhonda Bunny, whoever she is saying the right thing. Okay? And then there is a show called Oprah Winfrey Show. I don't know whether you have seen that, And she brings all kinds of people. And the person says, I have come up with something new. We all look at that show and say, I already know about this. Actually, you know the whole show. It is the same thing being told to you every now and then. Okay? The only reason why most of the people watch the show is because they think that all those fellows get prize. Someday I will also get, Oprah will give me something free. Maybe she will give me one car free. One day she gave car free, one day she gave that free, this free. You really wish, something comes your way. That is the only reason why people watch, I think. And maybe there are lots of these people who go for, motivational courses and stuff like that. They are going over there thinking that they are going to get some new knowledge. Do you know you can do all the motivational courses in the world? Any motivational course. Okay? You can do all the psychological testing, this, that, everything in the world that you can do. The basic learning is only this. Just do your job religiously. Religiously means, people think religion. Okay, no. Religiously means you focus in it. Just do it properly. That's it. Beyond that, what is that person talking? What is the big deal that he is talking about? Nothing. So did you understand this? These instructions can be understood by even a simple person. But if there is a hypocrite, can you make that person understand anything? This simple learning, do your duty. What do you mean by that? Or what do you say? I know this, all these things, okay? Don't teach me. Okay, fine. Sorry, boss. I was not going to teach you. Unfortunately, you came here. See the whole point. And then atheistic. Atheistic people are out to cut you up. They're just waiting to find fault. The little thing you say something, no, this is not correct. First, there is no God. Let us start with that. There is no God. So they will start with no God. And then, whatever you say, see, the first hypothesis, according to them, that is a hypothesis. God is hypothetical. So, hypothesis only is wrong. There is no God in first place. Then how can you come up with all these pie in the sky stories? This is not true. Then, sir, you already started with a negative. I can't go anywhere in the world. And even if you sit for 100 lectures, you will still tell me that the first line itself is wrong. So they have already accepted it that there is no God. So I can't teach an atheist. Never teach an atheist. Never teach an hypocrite also. So now you are getting all these, whom not to teach, whom not to tell. In this world there are lots of people, and if you are a devotee of the Lord, don't try to teach a hypocrite. He is anyway not going to understand. Don't try to teach an atheist, because he has already taken the first line, God doesn't exist. Okay? Third one, dishonest people. Who are the dishonest people? They tell lies and they come. So if you have a dishonest person who is a liar, don't try to teach that person anything, because he will concoct that lie and make it his own and sell it to the world. I'm sure you have gone through this in your life before. You do some work, somebody else comes and takes the credit, isn't it? It's always like that. You will do some very nice presentation and your boss will come and take it, and he will tell his boss, I did it. You have these kind of dishonest people in our life. We have always faced them. Okay? Even in your childhood, if you have a sibling, the sibling will take something and he will blame you for it. You see, it's always the case. Everywhere it's the same. So dishonest people are there. Can you do anything about dishonesty? No. So don't try to even say something to a dishonest person, because any which way, that person is not going to understand, is not going to take the right meaning out of those things. Anyone who doesn't listen faithfully. Imagine you have somebody sitting in the satsang. I am listening to you. I am listening to you. You are not listening to me. You are in your phone. So those who listen attentively, faithfully, and those who are wishy-washy, means what? They come only for attendance purpose. There are lots of people in this world, I'll get one certificate in the end. I attended, no? Guruji, you only told. You see, even if I come and sleep in your satsang, that Krishna Paramahansa story is there, no? That fellow, he goes to sleep. He's dead drunk, he goes to sleep, and still he reaches emancipation. See, he reached Krishna very soon. I also am thinking like that. I also have a little bit of faults. You see, I sleep in my satsang. See, I am telling you, you only said, your psyche is listening to all these things. And anyway, there is no problem. Tomorrow I can go and see the YouTube video. Or I can listen to your podcast somewhere. I can recap it, no? You think you are going to be attentive then? Attention span is now only. If you cannot be attentive now, you think you are going to be then attentive? Nothing like that is ever going to happen. Reason is, it's your mind which is at play, isn't it? You remember? Your mind is distracting. Tick, 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 tick. It's doing all that. Then what happens? Karma happens, unfortunately. And when karma happens, you cannot do anything about it. So attention span has to be continuous. Alright? The idea is this. Can you be attentive? You have a delegation coming, or you have the president or the prime minister of a country is going to come. His plane has just landed. Those people who are standing over there in the hot sun with the gun and all that, for how many hours those guys have been standing over there? I think 2, 3, 4 hours they are just standing over there. Or when you have a national parade, in the national parade, those people are dressed. First and foremost, they are wearing all kinds of gaudy stuff and uniforms and this and that, and with a helmet and all those kind of stuff they are having. 3, 4, 5 hours they are just sitting over there, standing over there, doing nothing. Just waiting for the great person to come and inaugurate the thing. Or if you have gone for any inaugural, just imagine, you are in the audience, you are sitting on the seat. Oh, now the person is going to come and inaugurate, and that person takes 4 hours to come. Can you get up from your seat? Remember, You have come over there before anybody can come to take the best seat. Okay? And just imagine, it is 4 hours since that person has not come only. Okay? This is another thing. And then you have to go for a little job. You know, you are going to be the most upset person over there. And after 4 hours, that person comes and there is a lot of, welcome speeches and all that. We want to welcome these blah. All those big conferences, Lions Club, this, that, all the club, big conferences they have. And then this one comes and praises that fellow and that fellow and that fellow and everybody. And you really wonder, when is that other person, the real person coming and giving a speech? Please, can you come fast? I have to go to the loo. This is the funny part. So exactly, your attention is literally not there in that thing. You are not even interested in listening. Okay, maybe you have come because there is some reason, and I will give you that reason. We were talking about just a few days ago about articles. You know that articles that you write. Huh? Suppose you write 1500 to 2000 words. How many people read it? The answer is 0. But when you go to the page, it shows 700 people came and saw. Sir, they just saw that page and went away. It's like, you go to the library and you see those books behind. They're just lying over there. You can say, oh, I saw those books. Sir, have you opened one? I know, who's going to open that? It's so huge volumes, I can't open them. Nobody is open. Likewise, if you write 1500, 2000, 3000 words, nobody is going to read it. Okay, this was number 1. Number 2, okay, if you are written something, even 1000 words or 800 or 500 words, let us say 500 words article you have written. What is the attention span of the person who is reading it? 0. Just imagine you have written the 750th word. Okay, now you have written the whole article, in that the 750th word, which cannot be seen otherwise. You have to go, because everything is in the same font type. And in that, the name of that person is written. Okay. Chitti Rajesh was responsible for something. Like that, the word is written. That person will read first word to 750th word. My name is over here. And after that, he will close it. This happens. Oh, my mention is there in this. Those yearbooks also, we get yearbooks. We only turn to the page where our photograph is there. Rest of the photographs we don't want to see. Or maybe we'll say, your girlfriend's photograph is there on the 700th page. Maybe you'll open that and see, your photo is there. The rest of the pages, do you know what is there in that? No, I don't know. Human life, our attention span is that much. Beyond that, we don't want to see. We don't want to know anything. So even if you write a 500, words article, nobody comes and sees. Now the greatest secret of all. The secret of all is called SEO. Search Engine Optimization. Now this is a very great word to understand. And there are companies like Google, Bing, these, that, hundreds of companies. And what do? They send those bots. Maybe just imagine a bot is like one ant which is crawling. It will only stop when it sees the sugar. Correct? You ants are like that. They will only stop when they see the sugar. So these ants, like creatures, they will crawl on your page and they are going to look like this. Only when they see the sugar, they will stop. What is the sugar in that? They are called keywords. Keywords are important. So you see a keyword, then the sugar fellow will stop. That ant will stop. Oh, I can see sugar. Come on, let's go and attack it. Then what it does? It takes the sugar and goes away. After that, nothing. The rest of the article, nobody is reading it. See? Even these bots, they read only the keywords. And how many? First 2 lines only. After that, they're tired. The bots are tired. Just like you are tired reading, the bots are also tired. After 2 lines, you say, so who the hell is going to look into all these things? I got a lot of work to do. See? So the bots go away. So your first 1-2 lines with a header and all that, if there is something worthwhile, then somebody will say, great article. Sir, you have only read the title of it. No, very great article. Do you know what is the meaning of it? Yeah, of course I can tell you. Okay, I'll tell you one article. Okay, this article is very unique. And this article says that there is, all women and men in this world, they are very fascinated by diamonds. Okay, Ocean 8 is about diamonds only, isn't it? So everybody is interested in diamonds. So there is a company called De Beers. You know De Beers is a company? Okay, they control I think 95% of the world diamond market. Rest everybody else can just come and take a little from me. That's it. So De Beers is there, and there are some few more companies. So there is a new technology called blockchain. Okay, so there's a company called IBM. You have heard of IBM? Very good. So IBM has introduced this blockchain technology to identify where the diamonds come from till the time they come to your neck. So if you have a diamond in your neck or in your wherever you want to put the diamond in, maybe your navel you want to put it in, the diamond in the navel is come from some place. So where it has come from? Why do you want to know? Sir, I want to know. Okay, it has come from some mine somewhere. Alright. So it follows a track. So the blockchain gives you an answer to all these things. How, from where to where, how it has gone from one hand to the other, to the other, to the other. And finally, the jeweler where you went and bought it and you to the customer. Everybody knows where it is. And everybody is in the know, by the way. This is what is called blockchain. Okay, now I made you understand one technology thing. Why do I need to know? The question is, why do you need to know? You are wearing the diamond, no? That is why you need to know. See, I am drinking coffee also. Do I need to know where the seed came from? Imagine I am standing over there. You need to tell me the seed inside my coffee, just now, where it has come from. Sir, I don't know. I think it has come from maybe, Brazil or Peru or some other country. Why do you want to know? Very important for me to know. My stomach wants to know. See, we are people who want to get into frivolous objects for frivolous reasons. So, such kind of people are wishy-washy. So, there is no point in telling them anything, isn't it? Somebody who is so wishy-washy, why do you want to tell that person anything? So, we just have to let it be. Let it be. So, don't tell any person who doesn't listen. Who will say, okay, tell me. I one day went to meet some people, we had gone to a village. And there were some 20-30 people, they came and sat in front of me and said, Guruji, can you tell us something? So I started my talk. And I think I lost these people in the first few sentences only. They were talking amongst themselves and every other person. So I said, there is no point in even speaking over here. Why? Because everybody is lost in their own world. So there is no point in continuing. So you got to stop. Don't talk to people. So this is very essential. Never talk to people who don't want to listen. Somebody who is not a devotee, don't even try to teach that person. There are people in this world who will say, and they say, I am a Jesus Christ follower. I don't believe in any other God because it is written in the Bible. The only God, the true God is Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ cannot take other form. Is that it? No. In the Bible it is written. They want to, rule book. People love to throw the rule book at you. It is written like this. Like that only. I don't care. Can you be a little, can you bend little bit? No. The fanatics. Don't try to teach any fanatic. There are Hindu fanatics, there are Muslim fanatics, there are Christian fanatics, there are all kinds of fanatics in the world. Don't try to teach them anything. Don't even try to tell them about this. Because they are fixated in their mind. We are all fixated in our mind, isn't it? Why? The eggs which I buy in this particular shop are real eggs. The rest of them are not real eggs. Why? Eggs are coming from chicken only, no? No, their chicken is artificial. What do you mean? All chickens are artificial. See, none of the chickens are real. You know which is the real chicken? You see, in your farmhouse, some chicken will be roaming around here and there, green color, all that. No, it eats whatever shit that is thrown all over the place. That is the real chicken. And you see those white color chicken, they are not real. None of them are real. Okay. So these are what? Oh, they come from a production lineup, you see. Just like you make tires and this and that. So they make chickens like that. So that is an artificial chicken. Why? Because it is pumped with all kinds of, medicines and stuff like that. And it is artificially created. Laboratory chicken. And the egg also is a laboratory egg only. I mean, you can sit on top of the egg for 1 year, nothing is going to come out of it. See, no chicken will come out of that egg. See, do you understand? So like that. All the chicken is like that. I saw recently something very strange. Those who love to eat fish, they will be surprised. Sometimes the fishes look very nice and, clean and very nice fat fish. And we like to buy fat, nice fish, which looks good, isn't it? Do you know what these people do? They take the seawater, fill it in a syringe and pump it in the fish. So the fish looks thick and fat. Now imagine if I pump in about 250 grams of salt water in it. If I am a seller of the fish, will I get more money? Because 250 grams is extra in it, no? You don't know it is water. Fish and water go together, isn't it? Fish and water go together. So will you make out the difference? I was shocked to see this video that they pump in fish water, in the sea water inside the fish to make the fish look fat and fresh. So now you have a chicken like that and a fish like that. So now think about it. What happens to the rest of the industry? Don't ask me. Okay? So it is like that. So you have to teach to the right kind of a person. Tell the right kind of a person. A devotee only. A person who is focused on the divine. Okay? That is it. And somebody who is not humble. The big fat ego people around us. Don't try to teach them that. Okay? Don't even say anything about this Bhagavatam. I learned today this thing. Don't even try to teach them. You know why? They are big brags in this world. They are egoistic people. They are not humble. They don't want to listen to you. They will start, I know this. Whatever you are saying, you think I don't know? I knew it. The moment I was born, I knew about it. Well, you know the reason why? Because I read it and then I came to earth. So we have these humble brags also, okay? So they also will tell you, I know this. Sir, everybody knows this knowledge. Nobody implements it, no? The basic criteria is implementation, not about knowing. Knowing to I can know anybody. See, now you tell me something. Do you know the president? Of course you know the president. Do you know the prime minister? Of course you know the prime minister. Do you know the president of some other country? Yeah, of course. I know the North Korea fellow also. Does he know you? So you may say, I know everything. But does that knowledge get implemented in you? No way. It's like knowing President of America. Everybody knows, but he doesn't know you. See, this is the funny part. So this knowledge Though everybody knows to work, yes, diligently, I have to work diligently. But nobody does it. So did you understand whom? Right. This knowledge should be taught to one who is free from these bad qualities. Okay, all those were bad qualities, okay, whatever I said. Who is dedicated to the welfare of the Brahmanas and who is kindly disposed, saintly and pure. And if common workers and women are found to have devotion for the Supreme Lord, they are also to be accepted as qualified hearers. So who can hear this knowledge and whom we can talk to? We can talk to a person who is free from bad qualities. So first and foremost, the person should not have any bad qualities. Criteria is very clear. No bad qualities. Okay? Only little bad quality. I have a very good habit. You know, good habits are there. I love drinking little. That's a good habit. It's good for health, you know. You will not believe when they actually introduce this kind of stuff. I mean, when drinking is introduced or drugs are introduced or whatever, they are introduced as a good habit. Do you know that? Brandy is given to small children when they are having cold. It's good. It's good for their health. Is that so? Yeah, wine. It's a digestive. You can have wine. Wine can be introduced. Of course. You see, you're feeling very depressed. You can have this little drug, you know. Your depression will go away. It's a good thing. Marijuana is introduced worldwide nowadays. It is a drug. What are you talking about it being a medicine and all that? It is a drug. Period. That is a good habit, no? Cigarette smoking. You know, in olden times we had people smoking and everybody, the Marlboro man, oh, you look very macho in it. And then they introduced a woman's cigarette also. The woman's cigarette was long and thin and it was cool. What do you mean by cool cigarette? Cool cigarette, there was menthol in it, see? It's a cool cigarette. Long, white color. It was supposed to be a good habit. So when all the bad habits are introduced, they are called as good habits. Good stuff. So we know that. So whatever bad habits are there. So first you should know, those who have bad qualities, don't take them. Bad means original bad, okay? Not that good bad. So please don't bother your head about somebody who has bad qualities. Never tell it. Those who are, introduce it to a person who is actually interested in helping. Brahmanas over here means the knower of Brahma. Knower of Brahma are sages, basically sages. So we normally meet sages sometime in life, if we are fortunate enough. So when you meet the sage, you can tell that person. Alright? You have to be dedicated to the sage. Then you can talk to that person. Those who are kindly disposed. Now, this word kindly and disposed sounds like a very odd word. But kindly disposed over here means you need to be kind in your character, in your nature. You have to be a kind person. I am that kind of a person. No. See, the word kind can be misconstrued whichever way you want. But this kindness is very important. Kindness, very kind person. Like that. English is a funny language. You can say the word kind, the same word, kind, differently. Just see, look at my eyes, I say, he's a kind person. Okay? I say, he's a kind person, that kind. Oh, that. So it changes the whole sequence of even looking at a person. You understand? That kind of a person. Just a little, gesture can change the whole nature of the sentence. Okay? Disposition. That person is got a nice disposition. That somebody will catch his stomach. I've got a bad disposition. That means I've got a stomach upset, isn't it? Disposed. And somebody who is dispose of the body. See, the same word can be used in so many ways. So language is very funny. So understand this. This word is a kind disposition. Okay, that was a little joke. So let us get. Yesterday I went to a shop called Tommy Hilfiger. There's a Tommy Hilfiger shop. And then I was just thinking, buying shoes and all those stuff down there. It was there, all the t-shirts and shirts. So there is a Tommy Hilfiger, and I saw some sandals and shoes and all that. So I said, oh, the best name in the business is Jimmy Choo, if I am not mistaken. Okay. So let us say if they collaborate, what will happen? So the answer will be Tommy Choo. In India, when you tell Tommy Choo to a dog to go and catch hold of a person, by the way. That was a stupid joke. It should not be taken seriously, okay? So just I remembered. So the thing is like this, we have to be considerate to the kindly disposed. Those who are very kind and compassionate and loving. Tell them. They will be good people. Saintly and pure. See again, the word can be misconstrued, no? In this, saintly means real saint. Pure means real pure person. One who doesn't have any ulterior motive. Somebody who doesn't have any ulterior motives. That kind of a person. Okay? And if common man, see there are lots of common people in this world also. Means what? The working class. The people whom we call as Shudras, people who work, this real hard-working people. Farmers, laborers, this, that, industrial workers, you name it. Tailor, cobbler, all those kind of people. Even if they are interested, women are interested. See, normally this world has got, societies which are closed. A woman is not given much knowledge. No. In some of the holy places, you will find that women are not allowed inside only. They are not allowed to touch books. They are not allowed to do anything. Krishna is saying, no, please tell them. It's important to tell them. It's important to give this knowledge to everybody. He might be the worst kind of creature also. Worst means, it's not seriously worse. What I mean is, poor people, those who come from a lower strata, they don't have money, they are very poor, those kind of guys, But if he is a devotee, if a woman is a devotee of the Lord, please tell them these words. It is important to tell them. Why is it important to tell them? Because they will understand better. But those egoistic people just now we spoke of, don't even open your mouth in front of them. Many a times, you have to act like an ignorant person in front of all these other kind of people. Those who are not rightly disposed towards God, don't even bother your head about them. We should not try to convert anybody. This is an important thing. Don't try to convert somebody who is a non-believer into a believer. You are taking on a very serious task which should not be. You don't bother about it, okay? Never bother about it. So, and only these kind of people, if they are qualified as a hearer, somebody who really wants to hear, that person only, please tell them about this knowledge, not to everybody. When an inquisitive person comes to understand the knowledge, he has nothing further to know. After all, one who has drunk the most palatable nectar cannot remain thirsty. So, an inquisitive person. Who is an inquisitive person? Somebody who asks questions. Today in the morning I was talking about some kinds of plastics and silks that are there in this world. What are the different silks? I'm just giving knowledge. So Raj asked me a question. She says, why didn't you tell me earlier? The answer is pretty simple. If you are inquisitive to know, then you will ask. But if you don't have any questions, you are sitting on your fat ego, not bothering to find out. We think we know too much, isn't it? But we need to find out. which means you need to have an inquisitive mind, which means you need to question everything. And questioning everything in spirituality is a must. You should question. Why like this? Why like this? What is all this chapter about? What is this Bhakti-yoga chapter about? Isn't Krishna answering questions? He is answering Uddhava. And in Bhagavad Gita, is he not answering Arjuna? So you need to be inquisitive. If you want to gain more and more knowledge about certain subject, you have to be inquisitive. You should know. Otherwise, there is no point. Knowledge will not come to you without opening the book, without being inquisitive, isn't it? It's only when you are inquisitive, when you want the knowledge, when your quest is there, then only it happens. Quest is a word, comes from the word question. Inquisitive. Quiz. Quizzing means questioning, isn't it? I'm quizzing you. I'm questioning you. Inquisition. Inquisitive. These are the words which come together. Asking the question. Inquisitive person comes to understand this knowledge. When an inquisitive person, you can tell the question, tell the answer to anybody. But only somebody who is very seriously wanting to know and seriously trying to understand, that person only will know. So only an inquisitive person comes to understand this knowledge. He has nothing further to know. This is all the knowledge that you need. This is it. The knowledge, the end of all knowledge is this. There is no further knowledge than this. After all, one who has drunk the most palatable nectar cannot remain thirsty. So if you are drinking something, then is your thirst going to be there? No. If you have drunk the best, palatable liquid, then nothing. You don't need any other thing. Coconut water we love to drink, especially if you have gone to Hawaii or a Bali or some such place. You want to break the coconut and eat it, drink the coconut water. Then what happens? I feel so nice. It's exactly like that. It's nectar. So this knowledge is nectar. The moment you hear it, your inquisitive nature would have got all that it wants to, and then you will stop asking questions because you are now full of knowledge. This is where we have come to verse 32. So we will stop over here. And next week we will do 33 onwards. So I'll see you all in the coming week. Bye. Take care. Have a nice day.